Hello and welcome, everybody. We are so excited to have Bonnie back with CIE Tours. And today she is going to be going over the TA portal, the private driver, and also what collection are you going over, Bonnie?
It's the Daytripper
The
collection. I think everybody's going
Daytripper.
to enjoy hearing about that.
Perfect. Well, we are so excited to see what you have to share. But just before you get started, two things for all the travel agents in chat. This will be recorded and you can watch it at your leisure. You just need to go to the Travel Cafe Trainings tab and then under Suppliers, click on CIE Tours. As well as we will have live Q&A at the end. So if you do have questions, please submit those in chat, type them in, and we'll save those for Q&A. So without further ado, Bonnie, we're so excited for what you have to share, and we'll let you get started.
Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. It's good to be back again. Um, I'm very excited to tell you a little bit more about CIE in this particular session, but we will do a little bit of a recap here. You may or may not know, if you haven't been on the first session, that we are specialists for Ireland and Britain, but we also have some amazing tours in Iceland, Italy, and now in Spain too. CIE Tours is the #1 destination specialist to Ireland and to Britain. We've been around for a long time, as you can see, long time to be able to develop very strong relationships with all of our suppliers, with all of our hoteliers, and we can pass on those great rates to our guests. We're actually owned by the Irish government. We're a branch of the transportation system, which is a little known fact. And when we designed our guided vacations, we wanted to make them, of course, quite unique and different from anybody else who is going to this destination area. So when your clients are on a CIE tour, there's a couple of things that will happen. One is that they will be in 4-star hotels that are centrally located. They'll usually have 2 full meals a day, breakfast and dinner. They will never, ever have to pay for optional sightseeing. There's never any optional extras on our tours. That cannot be said for my competition. And the sightseeing that we do is highly immersive, it's educational, and of course, it's a lot of fun too for our guests. You can see our satisfaction rate is very, very high. That's consistently high, around 95%. And it's based on post-trip surveys that our guests fill out about the various components of our tours, the accommodations and the meals and the tour guide and the sightseeing, all of that. And we consistently, as you can see, get very, very high ratings. And then we have multiple offices too, which is really great. We have our Dublin office, which is our headquarters in Europe. We also have a product development office in London. And then the US headquarters is in Morristown, New Jersey. And that's the office that you would probably be calling when you reach out to us to make a booking. Instead of, if you're not doing it online, you would be talking to one of our highly skilled reservation agents in the contact center. Now, no matter how you travel with us, we've got different travel styles and we can certainly accommodate your clients. That satisfaction rate is very, very high. So you can rest assured that we will take very good care of them. We've got 44 guided vacations, and the guided vacations I just talked about, those are the ones where all the components are put together for your clients. So there's really not much left for them to have to pay for. So you've got 44 to choose from, various styles too. You can do a small group departure with us, or you can do a full-size motor coach with us. There's a difference in size. If you're on a full-size motor coach, you can have up to 44 people. And if you're on a small size, it's no more than 26. About 15% of our tours now are very small sizes, no more than 26. Best way to find out where there's the small group departures, go to our website. Go to our website, click on the tour that your clients are interested in, the month they're interested to travel, and that calendar will populate. And you'll see the departures that are small groups with an SG. And within the guided vacations, I'm going to be talking more about this today, are our day trippers. These are still guided vacations. They have all the bells and whistles of the guided vacation. Here's the difference though. It's unpack once. So we go to one town, one city, we go to one hotel, and we unpack once for the entire trip, and then do day tours from that hotel coming back in the late afternoon. If none of that appeals to your clients, they want something very unique, very directed to what they want to experience with us. We have our custom private driver vacations. And we have those now in all of our destinations except for Spain. So you can get a private driver vacation in England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, in Iceland, and in Italy. And Italy, by the way, includes Sicily. So we can do the private driver there. What is private driver? It's an FIT custom designed product. Will make this trip exactly the way your clients would like it to be. And I'll tell you more about that too. And then last but not least, travel style would be self-drive in Ireland only. This is a beautiful entry-level program, especially for people who are comfortable driving a vehicle on their own. And the price point is good too. So we'll talk a little bit more about that too. So you've got a bunch of different travel styles. Remember, we don't do the whole world. Many other tour operators do. But we don't. We don't dilute our product at all. Our focus has always been predominantly Ireland and Britain, and especially so because we're owned by the Irish government. So we have to make it special. We have to make it unique, and we have to make it award winning, and we do. So you can sell us with confidence. Now, if you are familiar with what's been happening in the industry, you'll notice that pretty much everybody is going to eDocs, right? Nobody gets proper documentation anymore. But guess what? We do give proper documentation. All of our guests will get this day pack. It's actually more like a backpack, and it will be filled with their documents. It will also have a rain jacket. It has a luggage strap. It has adapters for both Ireland and Britain. It has their luggage tags. It has a reusable metal water bottle, and it is just a really cool backpack. And everybody gets one, right? So before they leave, they get this in the mail, or you're going to give it to them, whatever your preference is. And they're so excited because this just doesn't happen anymore. So make sure you note that too. We have very, very good pricing, but we definitely want to make sure our clients feel so special. We continue to do printed brochures, and also we do this backpack for our guests. You're looking at the La Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. This is, of course, one of the most beautiful buildings I have ever seen in my life. And our guests are lucky enough to be able to have a tour inside it when they're with us on our Spain trip. We've got 44 guided vacations, as I mentioned, and you can see most of them are going to be in Ireland because, of course, they need to be. But we've got a growing collection in Scotland. We do some gorgeous tours in Scotland, including going to the Isle of Skye, including going to the Orkney Islands. So if people want to really stretch and go further up north, you can do that with us in Scotland. Growing collection in Britain, and then a growing collection in both Italy, Iceland, and now our brand new guided vacation in Spain. And then to the left of that is the picture of Skellig Michael. That is on the Wild Atlantic Way, the west coast of Ireland. And it is an ancient site. Well, you can tell it's ancient, right? That these monks, very pious monks, would go over there from the mainland. They would brave the waters and go over with their food and their water and other supplies. And they would stay there for about 6 months at a time, and they would pray. And they built those little huts to be able to seek shelter in. Also, if you're Star Wars fans, Skellig Michael is most notable these days because they did filming on Skellig Michael for Star Wars. We have a lot of film sites, by the way, in our destinations. I wanted to really show you the difference between the guided vacations that have movement to them and our Daytripper collection, because I want you to know you've got a choice for your clients. So here we're looking at the Irish Supreme. This happens to be a very high-end tour for us, but without a high-end price tag. This is where we're going to be staying in 5-star resorts. Most of our properties are 4 stars. They're solid 4 stars that are centrally located. But I wanted you to see the map. You can see that we start in Dublin, and we're going to be spending 2 nights in Dublin, but we start moving south. We go to Kilkenny for 1 night. We go to Cork for 1 night, Killarney for 2 nights, and then we move up the Wild Atlantic Way and spend a night in Dromoland Castle, and then circle back to Dublin. Most of our guided vacations are like this. There is definite movement to them. So you're going to be packing and unpacking. Now, we go at a leisurely pace, but we do move around. And that way you can see just a lot with us. I mean, you can do the whole circle island of Iceland. You can do all of Scotland with us. I mean, you can do all of Iceland with us. We have a beautiful Circle Iceland tour, but there's movement, right? Just to let you know, in case you're interested in this tour for your clients, the accommodations that we use for this are very, very high end. We will be staying at the Shelburne Hotel in Dublin, absolutely beautiful location right in the heart of Dublin. And then we go to in Kilkenny to the Rath Estate. You can see how gorgeous these properties are. In Cork, we stay at Hayfield Manor, someone's former manor house. And in Killarney, the beautiful Europe Hotel and Spa, which is right on the loch. And Dromoland Castle. We finish up our stay on the Wild Atlantic Way in Dromoland Castle, and you see pictures of it right there. It really is a castle, and our guests always love that. And then go back to Dublin to finish up the tour. So again, most of our guided vacations do have the movement to them. All of them, as I mentioned, have the wonderful sightseeing included. We never sell optional sightseeing. This particular one has some really upgraded sightseeing to it. We'll be going into the old library at Trinity College, and we'll be viewing the Book of Kells. Of course, most of our tours have some kind of whiskey tasting. This one goes to Jameson. We'll have a falconry lesson, which is it's a craft that's actually starting to come back in favor in both Ireland and in Scotland, and actually in Britain, all of Britain, I should say. We'll be going to the English market to taste all the amazing foods that are coming now out of Ireland, and we'll have a private tour of Kilkenny Castle. So, and this is just the tip of the iceberg for sightseeing. There's sightseeing that's every single day on our tours, sometimes more than once. And remember, it's always very special. Sometimes it's exclusive just for CIE tours. So you know what a movement is then, right? They're going from city to city to city, unpacking. Now, if that is not appealing to your clients, I have 4 beautiful tours. We call them the Daytripper collection. And these might be something that you'd like to think about for your clients. I have one that's going to be in the south part of Ireland. I have one positioned in Glasgow. I have the Dublin Daytripper, which we'll have for the rest of this year. And then we have one in Italy, right in the heart of Tuscany. It's called the Tuscan Treasures with Cinque Terre. And then the London Daytripper. I love the London Daytripper because this is a standalone program, or you might consider doing it for a pre or post cruise. Again, you're looking at Blarney Castle. It's in the south part of Ireland. I'm sure you're all aware of Blarney Castle. And whoops, let's go back here. Here we go. And the opportunity to climb up the steps all the way up to the very, very tippy top and lean over and kiss the stone. And then you supposedly have the gift of eloquence. So Blarney Castle, and believe me, most of our guests make that trek up there and they kiss that stone. No matter what the weather is, they're going to do it. They're there, they're going to do it. So you've got these 4 tours. You see on the map where they start and where they finish. The one that is going to be in Dublin going south, we start in Dublin. It's on the right-hand side, 5 nights and a day. And then we do day tours out of that hotel, out of that little village or that city. And then we come back at night. And the day tours, by the way, are no more than 90 minutes in each direction. So people will not be spending all day on the motor coach. So here's in depth more of our beautiful Ireland South Daytripper. We will fly into Dublin. Excuse me, I'm sorry, we fly into Dublin and then go immediately to Adair, and we'll be spending our 5 nights there. You can see the places that we go. These are all the classic sites that people want to see. We're going to do a full day at the Dingle Peninsula. We'll do the Cliffs of Moher. We're definitely doing Blarney Castle. So they'll get to go to Cove and Cork. Just great sightseeing, but remember, every late afternoon, they come back to Adair, and they will be staying at the Dunraven Arms Hotel, which is a beautiful 4-star hotel right in Adair. And if you have not really been to Adair, you're not that familiar with that, Adair is one of the most beautiful villages in Ireland. It's consistently named one of the most beautiful villages in Ireland. It's the village that has all those thatched roofs on the cottages. So we'll be staying at the Dunraven Arms, sightseeing each day, including going to the famous Cliffs of Moher, where they'll have an opportunity to hike around the cliffs. And then we finish up on this tour in Dublin because we've got to get them back home. So we'll go to Dublin afterwards and we will do a little bit of sightseeing there. and then off to the airport. So stay put. Really great tour. And they're not going to miss any sites. So keep that one in mind. Blarney Castle, like we talked about, full touring day on the Dingle Peninsula, hiking on the cliffs of Moher. We'll do the jaunting cars in Killarney, which is a lot of fun for our guests, and then sightseeing in Dublin. And you can see the full lineup of sightseeing if you go to our website. We'll have that next to the tours. The Scottish Daytripper is another one to keep in mind. We position ourselves in Glasgow because the airlift is easier. The airport is easier to get people in and out of in Glasgow than Edinburgh. And we'll be staying 5 nights there. And we're using the Grosvenor Hotel right in the heart of Glasgow. Absolutely beautiful hotel. And then we'll be doing our sightseeing from there. It's nice because at night they can go into Glasgow and have dinner, some shopping, some more sightseeing if they'd like to, whatever their pleasure is. And we're going to do different things here on this tour than we would on our other Scotland programs because we're staying south. But we're going to have a tour of the Isle of Arran, which we don't do on many of our other tours. We will go up to the Scottish borders so they can sightsee there. Full day in Edinburgh, so they're not going to miss out on Edinburgh at all. We'll do the Loch Lomond cruise, so they have a chance to look for Nessie. A little bit of visiting to the Highlands and Stirling Castle. This is a gorgeous tour, and it is so well priced. Please keep it in mind. So here's a personal favorite, and I think you're going to like this too, especially if you sell cruises and you want to have people extend. This is our London Daytripper, and it is a 5-night program staying in the West End of London. We'll be staying at the Doubletree by Hilton West End. Beautiful property. Just some pretty pictures of it. And we'll be doing lots of sightseeing. So each day they'll be going to some new place like Stonehenge or Windsor Castle or Stratford. We'll visit Leeds Castle, Canterbury Cathedral. Of course, there will be London sightseeing, such sites as the Tower of London. But remember, each late afternoon we come back to that hotel. They can go and do whatever they want to that evening. So I'm going to go back just for a second. There you go. There's the map again, positioned right in the heart of London. So London Daytripper is a great tour to keep in mind. And then everybody's favorite is our very, very well received Tuscan Treasures. When we launched this, I knew it was going to be a hit, but it is really a hit. This is a program that's a little bit longer. It's going to be 8 full days, and we'll be staying in Montecatini, which is in the heart of Tuscany. Montecatini is a spa town. So they have the opportunity to do some spa treatments too. But here, look at what we do. We're in Montecatini for 7 nights, but we'll have a full day going to the Cinque Terre, which is very unusual. We're going to go to Pisa. We're going to go to Siena. We'll go to Florence. So they'll have a lot of sightseeing included in this particular tour. And we're using the Hotel Croce di Malta. It's right in the heart of Montecatini. It's a beautiful property, and our rooms are upgraded rooms. They will have private balconies so they can get some gorgeous views there too. There's a picture of some of the lobbies in the bedroom. There you can see the balcony, right? They open that door, they can step out onto the balcony. So here's the sightseeing. By the way, this particular tour is everybody's dream tour because it's all the classic stuff that people want to see, the wine tasting, the truffle hunting, right? All of that, the special dinners. We'll be going to Pisa. We'll be going to Lucca in Florence. Wine dinners at the Castello di Verrazzano. Well, full day in the Cinque Terre and San Miniato. We'll be going there also. So wine, food, sightseeing, art. It's just a gorgeous tour. And the price points, when you look at them, you're going to be shocked at how well priced it is. But I will tell you, it does sell out. So if you have people that are interested in this tour, book it early. So those are our guided vacations. Private Driver is a program that is totally different. It's got a different set of contact center reservationists that handle this. They're highly skilled at putting together FIT programs. Here's where we will design with your input and your client's input, whatever type of tour they would like. And we do our private driver programs in Ireland, Scotland, England, Wales, Iceland, and Italy. And of course, including Sicily there. It's where the driver is the guide. He or she meets them at the airport. They've got that preset itinerary. The driver guide knows what they're doing, bonds very quickly with our guests. And it turns out to be just a really wonderful vacation for people. We take care of every single detail for your guests. And you can see the vehicles that we use are high end. They're Mercedes vehicles. And depending upon the size, the number of people on this tour, we will do either sedan maybe for a couple. We can do the minivan for maybe 3 couples. And then the Sprinter. Sprinter is great for a multi-gen family or maybe a little golf group. So you've got different size vehicles depending upon the number of people that will be traveling. So who is this good for? Well, it's good for people who do not want a guided vacation. It's good for people who do not want to drive a car themselves. They want to set their own schedule. They want to have unique experiences included. And so we can do that. We can match their interests for ancestry, golf, history, religion, culture. We can put in any kind of property that you'd like as long as it's not under 4 stars. Usually our golf groups and our multi-gen families like 4-star properties just to keep the cost more modest. But believe me, we can glam this up. You saw that picture earlier of our 5-star vacation in Ireland, the Irish Supreme. I can turn that into private driver and make it nothing but 5 stars. It would be great for somebody's honeymoon, maybe, or a special event, or maybe an anniversary, a special anniversary. So this is a program where we can really, really design it exactly the way your clients would like it to be. You can stay in the manor homes, castles. We can do farm stays. We can do, we can play golf. You can do spa experiences. We can add in Michelin star restaurants, whatever your client's desires are. I have one agent who just reached out to me, wants to do a luxe hiking tour with us in Iceland. Yes, we can do that. Can we do horseback riding? Yes, we can do that. Can we do whiskey tasting? Yes, we can do that. So it's kind of like if you dream it up, we can put it together for you. So I want to show you on the website. Oh, sorry. First, I'm going to show you some pictures of some of the properties that we use just to make it quite unique and special. You've already seen Larath Estate and the Europe Hotel and Resort. We use that for our Irish Supreme, but Harvey's Point is a beautiful property. You can see it's remote, absolutely gorgeous. And we do put a lot of our private driver guests there. And also the Culloden Estate and Spa, which is a beautiful 5-star property. And in Scotland, we have, of course, just as many gorgeous castles and manor homes available if you want to go high end with this too. You can see the Balmoral, which is in Edinburgh. And more of the estate programs can be done using like Kinross House Estate, or Basket Castle. These are beautiful former manor homes that are in the country, and they're wonderful for private driver. Iceland, I don't have a lot of luxe properties there. Not yet. I think they're starting to build them, but we have solid 4 stars in Iceland, and we use them constantly. So we could pull together a beautiful itinerary there for you. And then, of course, Italy. Boy, you've got so many gorgeous places here. We've got the Bernini Palace, which we use a lot of, the Sofitel in Rome near the Borghese Gardens, and the Gritti Palace. And then, of course, the lovely villas that we use too. So you've got a lot of choice here with this. And now I want to show you a couple of sample itineraries just so you've got them under your belt. You're looking at a picture of Ashford Castle, and we use Ashford Castle in Ireland on our private driver programs. This is a luxury castle itinerary. It's like that Irish Supreme, only it's not a guided vacation. So we'll be staying at the Shelburne and Loch Esk Castle in Donegal, Ashford Castle, another castle, Dromolin Castle, another castle, right? So this is a castle tour. And believe me, I get requests from agents going, my client wants to just do castles. Can we do that? And I go, yes, you can. We have a program for that. And then finishing up in Dublin at the Shelburne before they go home. So luxury castles itinerary is available for you. How about a whiskey tour? we can do that. And here we drop it to 4-star hotels, and we'll be staying in Edinburgh. And we'll be visiting all the places that have the Scotch whiskey experience for your guests. Italy, we can do a program with Tuscany, the Cinque Terre, and the Lake District for them. These are just samples, right? This is something that you don't have to do. You can use it as a template and we can pull things out, add things in, but it gets you a starting point. Villas, right? Beautiful 4-star hotels with views, or 5-star properties for this one. So you've got a mix. Now, where do you find it? This is where we're going to go to the website. You're going to go to CIE Tours website. This is exactly what the landing page looks like. If you clicked on destinations, you would have all of our destinations appear. If you clicked on promotions, same thing. And of course, it tells you about our CIE Tours difference from other operators. But we're going to click on travel type. And when you click on travel type, what's going to appear would be guided vacations, small group guided vacations, group travel, custom private driver, or the independent adventure, which is the self-drive. You want custom private driver. So you're going to click on that, and here's what comes up. This is the itinerary collection, and it's broken down by Ireland, Britain, Italy, Iceland, golf, or TV film. Because remember, I told you we do a lot of TV filming in our destinations. And we can take your guests to those sites. Believe me, I've got ladies who are Outlander fans, and they go to their travel agent and they want to do an Outlander trip. Yeah, we can do that. No problem. So we've clicked on Ireland. Just for fun, we've clicked on Ireland, and here's what appears. A whole host of suggested tours. You're looking at castles and manors, 6 nights, 7 nights, luxury castles itinerary, but it continues on. We've got many of them. You can now see pricing. There's pricing included here for 2 people, up to 8 guests. So you've got real pricing. You can immediately figure out if your clients are in the ballpark for private driver. You can use that as a template. We'll change it out however you'd like it to be, but it's great because it immediately gives you a guide about what's available, so you're not in the dark. Because many of you haven't sold our destinations. You don't know where to start. Start here for private driver. Now, you can see the other arrow where it says view now on the right-hand side. If you click on that arrow, the entire itinerary appears. You can download it, you can print it, you can send it to your clients so that they can review it. So this is a great place for you to go to get some ideas about private driver, what we can do, what the prices are, and if your clients kind of fit within that price point. Last but not least, we won't spend a lot of time here. This is our independent adventure program. This is our traveler's choice for people who want to kind of do their own thing. They'll have their Hertz rent-a-car, and they'll have their a choice of hotels or B&Bs. You can add in a castle stay, a manor stay. And it's suitable for all families, if with all ages. It's suitable for couples that just want to go off and do their own thing. It's just really a very, very nice, free and easy program. It's like the polar opposite of guided vacations, and it's the polar opposite of a private driver, because it's a very modestly priced program, especially if you use B&Bs. And by the way, once they do deposit on this, if they're going to do B&Bs, they will have access to the B&B website, and they can select their own B&Bs that they want to stay in. And there's probably 400 of them that are available to peruse around. So that is the traveler's choice. And if they like the classic itineraries with a little bit more structure, we have that too, where we can pull out the hotels and sightseeing from 8 of our Ireland itineraries. And groups, of course, are paramount for CIE tours. We love groups, and it's easy to do a group with us. Only 10 people starts a group. So if you have perhaps an idea of a tour that you might like to do with us and you're thinking about doing a group, reach out to your BDM in your area, and they'll be happy to put it together for you. But I think probably the easiest way to do a group with us initially is to do a shared group. This is where you just pick one of our guided vacations. You pick one of the dates that we have available. We've already got the block of hotels, and you just buy into it, and we will immediately give you confirmation on that. But if you've got a number of people that like traveling together in your group and they don't want to be on a motor coach with anybody else, we're going to give you your own motor coach, your own driver and guide, and it's called a private group. You're still on a scheduled departure, but now you have the motor coach all to yourself. And then finally, we can customize anything that you would like for your guests if they're doing a group with us. And we have special departments at CIE that just do the groups. And you can see the proposal that we send out. It's really quite nice. Everything's on there. We'll do a color flyer for you. Your BDM has co-op monies to help you promote it. We do whatever we can to make it a big success for you and a really special experience for your clients. So let's talk about website again. I want you to feel very comfortable going to the CIE website. I'm going to show you where you want to register because that's important. You'll want to register for the travel agent portal because it's got all kinds of important information there for you to really do business with us. So you'll go and you'll on the top right side, you'll see where you can log in with us. And what happens, they're going to ask you if you're a travel agent. Of course you are. And here's where you can create your account. They'll ask you to put in all of your information, the name of your agency, phone numbers, emails, all of that. And then you have your account secured. It is definitely a secure travel agent portal. Our regular guests cannot get into that portal. So when you come back, you log in, you'll have your own password, and then you have access to the ability to make a booking online if you'd like to. You can manage all of your bookings online if you'd like to. You've got easy access to the product inventory and availability. It's all loaded in there. Anytime you make a booking, that reservation number appears in your particular agent portal area. So you can see this is Jane Smith. Her email is in there. She has an account ID number with us. And here's where you can peruse around the education center. You can change your password. You can do all kinds of things here. The education center is important because you can become a specialist with us. And I do urge you to do that. You can become a specialist with CIE for Ireland, and you can become a specialist for Britain. And you can put that on your social media. And it's really a nice way to learn about us and a lot more depth too, to become a specialist with us. However, marketing resources area is important because this is the area that has all of our promotional flyers. It has brochures which you can order. It has our sales team contact information. So in case you don't know who your BDM is, you can always reach out to me because I handle the Archer account. But depending upon where you live, there is a CIE person that can help you, hopefully near where your home office is. You've got access to our video library. We have hundreds of images. We have videos that you can download. You can put them on social media. You can send them to clients. This is where we log in all of our training webinars, and there's just a lot more there too for you. So please register as a travel agent. What will happen is they capture your email, and then they're going to start sending you the monthly newsletter. And it just went out yesterday. The monthly newsletter went out yesterday. And the newsletters are great because they've got so much information in them. They talk about the specials. They talk about anything unique for travel agents that they need to know, like the FAM trips that are coming up. They're really great to have. So please log in and register and then log in to the CIE website. And then you've got access to all of this great information. And you can promote your business being an Ireland specialist. Or maybe a specialist for Britain if you would like to do that. So I'll just quickly, because we don't have a lot of time left, I don't think, I'll go through the promotions that we have for the remaining days in March. We'll be putting out the April promotions shortly, but you still have access to our Emerald Escape sale, which goes until the 24th of March. It is for land only. There's no air included in here. You can do air, but the special is discounted from the land, and you can save up to $1,400 per couple when you book select guided vacations or even a private driver. plus the airfare. So this does have to have airfare included in it. And this is a nice place for me just to stop for a moment and let you know we do have an air department. We have a great air department. Our air department is contracted air with all the major carriers. So you can book American, Delta, United, British Airways, all of them. We have contracted air rates for economy, economy plus, and also business class. And it is commissionable to you. So it's usually commissionable at 5%. So please always ask for a quote for the air. And it's nice too, because now you can house everything with one travel supplier. You can do your tour, your air, and even travel insurance with us. So this is the March promotion. I honestly don't know what the April one will be, or I'd be happy to tell you. I don't have that slide yet. But we always have this promotion handy for anybody who's been on a tour with us anywhere. They have access to this past guest credit offer. They can go to a new destination with us, or the same destination, and they still get this nice $150 off per person for the guided vacations or private driver, and then 75 for the independent self-drive. And it's combinable. You can combine this with any active promotion that we have.
So we can't hear the sound to the video, Bonnie, but if you want to talk over it, we would love to hear what you have to say about it.
So it's just some nice shots of places that we go to on our tours. Um, Iconic landmarks like Blarney Castle. We've got places that we'll go to. I think that's Urquhart Castle. We go for a pub drink. And people just love that. Those are our driver guides and our guides at CIE Tours. And that is a shot of our motor coach. They're beautiful motor coaches with all the bells and whistles for guests, including free Wi-Fi. And remember, they won't even have to worry about their luggage because we take care of that for them. It's actually delivered right to their room. And these are actual scenes of passengers at one of the pubs listening to the music. This is in Belfast. This is the Titanic Museum. It goes by so fast. So that's our tour of CIE this time around. Hopefully I'll come back in the fall and I'll be able to give you what's new for 2026. Remember, you can order brochures if you need them from the website. You've got all these numbers for either a private driver, for groups, or a general contact center information. You can chat with them. You can send them an email if you work off hours. So we try to engage with you as much as we can in person on the phone. But if not, we can always reach out to you by email or the chat feature that we have. And I think we're getting close to time. Should we have a few questions?
Yeah, we still have a couple minutes for questions, so let's get some questions answered from the travel agents. The first question is, do you have any Harry Potter tours in Scotland?
We can do a Harry Potter tour in Scotland by private driver. Absolutely. Yes. Remember I showed you the TV film?
Mhm.
Under private driver, you can click on that and a whole bunch of suggested itineraries will pop up. And yes, we can do Harry Potter. We can do an Outlander one. We can, oh gosh, there's so many that we can do Game of Thrones. So those we all can put together for you.
Perfect. And then also, would Harry Potter be for England as well? They were asking.
Absolutely. We do our private driver for England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, Iceland, and Italy.
Perfect. Thank you. Next question is, do you have any castles that have weddings?
Absolutely. There are many castles that we can do a wedding for you. You would want to reach, I don't know if it would be a group of people that you would be booking or just onesies and twosies, but yes, you can reach out to us. If it's a group of 10 or more, you'd go right to the group department. If it's going to be less than that and you want it to be very high end, it's private driver, and they can help you put that together.
They're asking what is the best castle in your opinion. I know qualifying the clients would be important to figure out what venue, what place they want to be at, but in your opinion, what is the best castle for a wedding?
Boy, that's hard because they're all so amazing. It really does depend upon what their budget is. Two two castles come to mind. Drummond Castle is a beautiful, beautiful property for weddings. It's gorgeous. The other one is Ashford Castle. It's going to be more money, but it's absolutely magnificent. So those are my two favorites personally. But we have a lot of options for you. And so you'd want to reach out to our contact center. They can help you design something. They can send you some pictures of the different castles or point you in the right direction to make the best choice for your clients.
Definitely. And you definitely want to qualify your clients so you can make that best choice. You don't want to know what someone else's best choice is because might not be theirs. Someone might be into a Harry Potter tour and someone else may not like Harry Potter at all. So it really depends on qualifying your clients the right way to know what they will want for their travel adventure, their tour. Great.
Yeah.
Bonnie, thank you so much for doing this session. It was so informative. It was wonderful to learn more about CIE tours. Is there anything else that you want to add for the travel agents before we close out this session?
I think that I just want to remind you that we're here to help you do your business with us and grow your business with us. And we are our one-stop shop. So you can do a tour with us, you can add in the air, and you can add in travel insurance, and it's all commissionable to you. And I think that's important, especially if you're new to the industry. It's always so challenging to figure out how do I start this? And our people are experts at it, so they're always eager to help you. So yes, please reach out to us whenever you need a quote and we will start working together.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. If you guys have not gotten registered, make sure you get registered. CIE tours on the Travel Cafe website under suppliers. You'll find them right in there. So go ahead and get registered today. Check out the website and get started. Thanks again, Bonnie. Thanks, travel agents, for joining. And until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.